Hello everyone, I'm Sidhant. Today the chapter number 13 of the principle are going to be discussed. The chapter is the banker's special relationship. Why the name is banker's special relationship? Because it's not a direct relationship between the customer or the banker. It's a relationship between the banker and with the person appointed by the customer. That's why the name or term special relationship has given some rights or some leverages to the person who's doing businesses, especially the person who are doing businesses are very much busy. That's why this provisions are allowed by the government in order to appoint someone on behalf of the person or the institution so that he can do a work which is being carried by the being required by the customer, but he is so busy so he cannot give time to come to the bank, so he appoints someone on behalf of him so that the same work can be accomplished by his agent or by the person appointed by the customer. Now we will see the two tools which gives power to the person appointed by the customer to do businesses or to do transaction in the customer's account. Okay, let's say first we will see the what all tools is required, what all tools allow the customer to appoint someone on behalf of the customer itself and do the transaction as possible. So that tool is first is the mandate, and second one is the power of attorney. Now mandate is given by the person to any person, and attorney, power of attorney, is given by the person or the company. If you want an example, let's say Reliance Industries. So the Reliance Industries must have an account in some of the banks, let's say HDFC. So he is not the person who will go to do the transaction. Rather, even he is not the person who is signing the check or giving the amount whenever it requires, because he is so busy that he hasn't the time even to sign the check. So in that case, what he will do, he will appoint a person, a manager, so-called manager. He will appoint them, and in one of the contract which is called a mandate or power of attorney. So mandate and power of attorney is nothing but a contract. So a contract will be signed, and in which it will be written that this person, the name will be mentioned, that on behalf of our industries or on behalf of the Mukesh Ambani itself or the Reliance Industries is granted as a power of attorney or given a mandate to do the transaction in the account named of either of the Reliance Industries or either of the Mukesh Ambani. So he has the power now. After signing of this contract, Mukesh Ambani will sign and the person, the manager, will sign, and this will come into enforce. Now after coming into the enforcement, what power he has? Now he has the power to start that transaction, to do any transaction. Now he has he has the right to sign the check and make the payment on behalf of the industries or the Mukesh Ambani. But in the contract itself, lots of things could be written, like the amount could be limited. Let's say the maximum amount that he can transact is 10 lakh of rupees or 1 crore of rupees. So lots of conditions and complexities are included, so that it will be so that there would be some limitations or the customized thing as required by the companies or the person. Now what it will do, when we as a banker accept this power of attorney or the mandate, we need to read it so that we could keep it in our mind, so that if the person come to do the transaction, if its amount exceeds than what is written in the mandate, then we can stop the transactions. Now this power of attorney is only being given in some of the cases, like the signing of the check, to do the any transactions, or to make any payment, etc. But some of the powers are not given implicitly. It's being understandable that some of the powers, like closing of the account, is not being provided, transfer of the account is not being provided. Next, no loan facilities can be given. So these are not allowed implicitly. Even if this mandate will write or not, it doesn't matter. These things are not allowed in this case. And another, that he is not even has the power of substitution. The power of substitution means he cannot, that appointed person cannot appoint some other person to do this, to do the transaction by signing another power of attorney. That is not possible. So power of substitution is not allowed. Now as I said, who could sign the power of attorney or mandate? It can be signed by the person or the institution. So if someone wants to appoint, so when someone, let's say some partnership firm which has 4 partners and wants to appoint a person to do the transaction, so he will sign a power of attorney, and this power of attorney need a sign of all the 4 partners to appoint a person. But if someone wants to remove power of attorney or the mandate, then if someone wants to remove power of attorney or the mandate, then he needs only one person to remove that power of attorney. This is the principle we need to understand. Similarly, in the case of joint account, the same things will be applied. If the joint account holder wants to appoint someone, the all person need to sign, but if they want to remove, only one person can remove the things. And now one very important thing, that when they are signing the mandate or the POA, then a notarized sign is required, because that's the authentication that this actually have come into enforced. And another important thing, that this power of attorney, if signed by some institution or the companies, then it can be registered or it cannot be registered. And if it is registered, then there is lots of power comes with the registration, that one can sue the person if he do something wrong as a power of attorney or the mandate holder, if it's registered. If it's not registered, then the person cannot be sued upon. Now we will see another important topic inside the chapter is the Garnishee order. Now what is a Garnishee order? This is nothing but an order by a court under CPC. It is important, under Civil Procedure Code. These orders are issued on what case? In the case of debtor and the creditor's relationship. Let's say someone has taken loan. Let's say A has taken loan from creditor B. So he needs to give money, he needs to repay back, but he's not repaying. So that creditor will go to the court and ask the court to take action. Now the court understands the case, and after understanding everything, now the courts came to know that this debtors A has its account in the bank B as well as in the bank C. So, and the C, it has some 1 crore of rupees, and he has taken 50 lakh of rupees as a loan, and he is not willful defaulter, he is, and he's not repaying. Now court can order the bank C to assign 50 lakh of rupees, to lock this 50 lakh of rupees, so that he cannot take out this 50 lakh of rupees from the bank C. This is the whole process of the Garnishee order. Now in this Garnishee, the terms for this bank C is the Garnishee bank, and this is a judgment creditor. This is called a judgment creditor according to the court, and this is called a judgment debtor. This is, you need to know. Now whenever the court orders C, it will send the order in 2 segments. First, the court sends order Nisi, in which the court will ask that why we cannot take or lock this 50 lakh of rupees, in which the bank C has to reply. Why the court is asking like that? The court is asking because the court wants to know that whether this A has also taken loan from C, so that if it is the case, this amount which is being kept on the bank C, then that amount first will be utilized by the bank C itself, then the remaining amount will be attached to the Garnishee order. That's why in the first order, courts ask about order Nisi. He gives the ask about that why we cannot take this 50 lakh of rupees. So if in the explanation the C will the C submits the explanation like that, we have a loan of towards A, and it's worth of 1 crore of rupees, so we cannot give this 50 lakh of rupees or lock this 50 lakh of rupees to you. But if the C hasn't any loan, then he's bound to attach this 50 lakh of rupees, and he has to give an explanation that we are ready to attach this 50 lakh of rupees, and if the order comes, we will attach this 50 lakh of rupees. So in the next order, the court will send order absolute after the explanation given by the C. In the order absolute, this 50 lakh got locked, and no one can take this amount until unless court orders to anyone. That's the Garnishee order. Now there are some conditions related to the Garnishee order, like some conditions like, let's say the person A has taken loan and he is not repaying, and the account is in the name of A and B, then the bank cannot lock the amount if it's a joint account. But in the different vice versa case, let's say the loan is taken in the name of A and B, and account of A is separate. In that case, the bank can attach this individual's account if it's in the name loan taken to both loan taken by both A and B, and if he doesn't pay, then Garnishee order can be issued on the individual's account as well. But if the loan is taken in the individual's name, no joint account can be attached. Similarly, in the partnership forms, similar case, let's say partnership A, B, C, D, the individual account of A, B, C, D can be attached. This is the thing. And now let's say check payment. Let's say someone has come to take out money from the check. So let's say we have debited the account, but we haven't make the payment. So in that case also the Garnishee order applies, and we have to stop the payment at that time, even if it is debited. The only way to duck or to avoid the Garnishee order is the right of set off. Let's say the court has given order to C, but C is of the view that this person A has already taken loan from C also, so we need to adjust our loan account first, then we can attach the amount to the Garnishee order. That's the exceptions. That is, right of set off has higher priority than the Garnishee order. And in the Garnishee order, only the amounts associated with the person can be attached. No goods. Let's say some person has a bailor-bailee relationship with the bank, then that bailor's goods cannot be attached in the case of Garnishee order. Again, if let's say the person has taken loan and this person has some security as well. Now, if the security is primary, that can be attached under Garnishee order, but collateral security never can be attached in the Garnishee order. And the amount cannot be adjusted through any loan account. Let's say the person also has CC and OD, that cannot be done, that cannot be adjusted by the Garnishee order. The Garnishee order cannot put a lock on the CC or the OD accounts. Again, okay, and if let's say at this time this person has 1 crore of rupees and Garnishee order comes, so the court has to, the Garnishee order came and they have to attach this much amount of money as an order from the court. So this money is got locked. Now in future, let's say some more amount come into this account. Now that amount cannot be attached. Only this much amount at the time of order, that how much amount is in the account, that only can be attached. And when the account is of minority, then no Garnishee order can be honored. That's the exceptions, or that's in which in these sections from the questions can be framed. So this thing you should keep in mind. Next is banker's lien. It's the banker's lien can also be called as an implied pledge. It's a right given to the bank to pledge any of the securities or the goods in order to have a security of the loans. In the case of loan, the bank liens comes into picture. Now, where the right can be applied, the bankers generally gives the right to sell the debtor's property. The lien, right to sell, gives the banker the power to right to sell. Next, to specific person against the customer. So in simple, you should understand what bank's lien is. The bank's lien is the taking the goods as a security in order to secure themselves from the loans. Topic in the chapter is the right of appropriation. This B has taken loan from the person, and this B has to repay 20 lakh of rupees. So this is 20 lakh belongs to A, because, and this B has this 20 lakh in his account, and this A is yet to pay 10 lakh of rupees to the income tax authority. So in that case, income tax authority can order B under the right of appropriation to give me 10 lakh of rupees which you are going to give to the A. Give me earlier than you are giving to A, and 10 lakh of rupees, so that we can adjust the account of A. This is the right of appropriation. We will discuss again banker's lien. In the banker's lien, some things are taken into concern, which is very important, like what a banker's lien is also a right given to the bank, because he has goods under as a pledge or as a security to the bank itself. So he has some rights associated with the goods, because the person has taken loans and he is not repaying, then the bank can sell that goods first. And if something has taken into lien, especially the liens are put onto the, let's say, fixed deposit. Let's say the person A has taken loan and the bank has kept the fixed deposit as a lien, but this fixed deposit in the joint account of A and B. In that case, the bank cannot enjoy or cannot do the right of set off, or cannot, let's say some goods are in the name of A and B, he cannot sell that good because it's in the joint account. It's not in the same status holder. It's in the joint account and the loan has taken by the A. So in that case, it is not, the lien cannot be exercised. And when the contracts, since we know that whenever the liens are put, it's a contract signed. So anything in which the contract is not signed, we cannot take that as things. Let's say this A person has kept some goods with us as a bailor-bailee relationship, so it's not associated with the loan, so we cannot sell this good to recover our money. This is, we need to understand. Some deposits the person has given, let's say deposits given as a guarantee, as a guarantee making, so we cannot utilize that amount in the to recover our loans, because he put that money to give guarantee to someone else, so that we cannot disturb that amount. Again, articles left negligently in the bank premises. By mistake, he has left his goods like LIC policy. So in that case, we cannot surrender that LIC policy and recover our money. And for immature debts, we cannot enjoy that bank's lien. Then stolen goods, we cannot sell it. No simultaneous right to the bank, we cannot do that bank's lien. In all these from the question bank is important, because it will lead to the better understanding and revision of the things again and again, so that it will have an impression in your mind and you can easily recollect at the time of examination. Okay, thank you.